Okay. Come up, Mr. Varela. Or Vasquez, is it? No. Varela.
Everybody else. No, I'm fine. I'm used to it. They always mix it up.
All right, Mr. Varela Aviles, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked in agreement. They're offering you 1 year deferred adjudication. That is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you got to understand, you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement. And if you violate this agreement, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
To successfully complete this agreement, you must complete a thinking for a change class, a driver safety class, and you must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill those conditions, whatever they may be. I don't know. No drugs, no alcohol, and 10 hours of community service. You will also undergo random urinalysis. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
This right here is a classic courtroom trade-off. Deferred adjudication sounds like a gift. No conviction if you behave. But listen closely. The judge just listed almost every constitutional right being handed over. Trial gone. Appeal gone. And one mistake turns this sweet deal into 6 months behind bars. Would you take this deal knowing how thin the margin for error really is?
I will make it sweeter for you. If you do everything well, I'll take you off in half the time. But that means no racing, don't test positive, and most importantly, be nice to everybody.
I don't do drinks. I don't do drugs. I don't do nothing.
Be nice to your probation officer because they have your life in their hands. They can either, give you a good time or make your life miserable. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the offense of racing on a highway?
Guilty.
I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that. Like I said, do well, we'll reward you. If you don't do well, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I will put you in jail. We're going to have a hearing to see whether you violated this probation. If you did, you're looking at 180 days.
Thank you, Your
Have any questions?
Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Bell. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Jenny.
He's on his way out right now.
Okay.
How do you spell that, Jim?
Yes. I need to send it back to him. I don't believe that.
No, Adrian Lumumba.
Sorry, give me. You speak English?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Leha, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement that they're offering you 25 days in jail, credit for the 11 days.
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail.
Yes.
You give up a lot of rights by entering the agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this.
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? How do you plead to the offense?
Good.
I will find you guilty. Follow the agreement. Good luck to you, Mr. Lehan. Thank you, Jillian. All right, Mr. Rutin. Yeah, Tayyum.
Good morning, Your Honor.
For you, Arnaldo Bernabe Larios Tayun.
Yes, sir.
Order in the court, please.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On October 31st, 2024, officers were dispatched at 2:46 a.m. to report the motor vehicle sitting in the intersection of a public roadway in Harris County, Texas.
Can I get you, slow down just a tad?
Yes,
Please.
of course.
Order in the court.
Vehicle was.
The vehicle was
El
sitting
vehículo
in the
estaba
intersection
estacionado en
of
la
a public
intersección de
roadway
una carretera, en la calle pública
in Harris County,
del condado de
Texas,
Harris County,
with the
Texas,
driver
con el
asleep at the
chofer ahí
wheel.
dormido en el volante.
Upon
El perdido,
arrival,
los policías,
officers located defendant's motor vehicle
encontraron el
and
vehículo,
observed defendant to be the
y lo
sole
vieron que era el
occupant
único
of the
que estaba
vehicle.
en el vehículo.
Upon
Cuando
contact with the
hicieron contacto con el
defendant,
acusado,
officers
los
observed
oficiales
red,
vieron
glossy
que tenía
eyes,
los ojos vidriosos,
slurred speech, and an
para
odor of
hablar, y un
alcoholic
olor de alcohol
beverage emitting from the
que provenía
defendant's person,
de su persona.
along with poor
Cuando
balance.
también no se podía balancear.
The defendant
El
admitted to
acusado
drinking,
admitió de que había
and an
tomado,
inventory
y
of
cuando
the
hicieron
vehicle
inventario del vehículo,
yielded several
vieron de
open,
que
cold to the
varios
touch beer cans.
Drinking while driving?
Siendo y tomando,
Most of which were mostly
cuando
empty.
la mayor parte estaban vacíos.
SFSTs were
Las
conducted,
FST se hicieron
6 out of 6
6 de 6 del
HGN,
HGN,
plus vertical gaze
también el
nystagmus,
nystagmus vertical,
and 3 out of 4 one-leg stand.
3 de 4 de pararse en una sola pierna.
The defendant failed to perform the walk and turn
No pudo
because he
hacer
failed to
caminar
follow
voltear porque no
instructions.
siguió las instrucciones.
DICs were read but refused, and a warrant was signed and
Entonces se
executed.
firmó una
He
orden y
has
se
no driver's license,
hizo.
judge, and no
No tenía
prior criminal
licencia ni
history.
tampoco tenía ningún antecedentes.
I would hope
Yo,
that you recognize it's elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you are driving, Mr. Tayun.
señor Tayun,
Do you have a Texas driver's license? Look at me.
míreme, no,
Not
a usted
allowed
no
to
se le
drive.
permite conducir.
What is your immigration status? Are you a United States citizen?
¿Es ciudadano americano?
No.
No,
Are you in this country with or without permission?
without.
What happens if you go to jail?
This is where the stakes shift from criminal court to life-altering consequences. A single DWI doesn't just mean jail. It can trigger months in immigration detention with zero control over the timeline. The judge isn't speculating here. This is how the system actually works. And notice the tone change. This isn't punishment yet. It's a final warning. Do you think the court should factor immigration consequences as heavily or treat everyone exactly the same?
I don't know, I believe that return me to my country.
Right.
Cierto.
You will sit
Usted
in jail
en la cárcel.
waiting for this case to be over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration.
Lo mandan con
But you will sit in immigration custody for about 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do. And I'm going to tell you now, the incoming president is not very sympathetic
No es muy
with people
simpático.
who are in immigration custody. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes, sir.
I'm putting conditions on you and your bond. And if you violate it in any way, then you will go to jail. The reason you got out as quick as you did is because we gave you a free bond. It will not happen again. You violate conditions. More importantly, if you drive, because I'm ordering you not to, then I'm going to make your bond extremely high. This is a promise that you're going to make to me today, that you're not going to drive. And I don't care what is going on in your life.
A mí no me
You
importa.
drive. I can have a contempt hearing. You will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. So if you drive 3 times, I will have 3 contempt hearings. You are also not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. And let me be frank with you. If they charge you with the open container, that is a minimum of 5 days in jail. And I'm going to tell you, if you do anything more than 4 hours in custody, you will be stuck like Chuck in custody with an immigration detainer. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes, sir.
Have you come up here swear to us that you're not going to drive?
Jurar de que no
I'm not done yet. After that, you will get to Ramona where you will sign a reset.
va a firmar la
After that, you'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. This is the only warning that you will get from us, Mr. Tayoun. So take it. If not, you will spend a lot of time with us. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. Now you may go. All right, Ms. Wilshire, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. I see that you're also charged with failure to comply with the duty and striking an unattended vehicle as well. You're also facing up to 6 months in jail and or 2,000 fine on that one as well. Okay.
On October 31st of 2024, officers received a call for service regarding an intoxicated female driving a white BMW that hit several vehicles on a public roadway. Upon arrival, officer made contact with the wheel witness, who advised that the defendant hit a Subaru on the 11700 block of Idlebrook in Harris County, Texas. Officers searched the license plate on the defendant's vehicle, and it went to the registered owner's address. Upon arriving at the residence, officer observed a white BMW matching the description and noticed fresh damage on the front passenger side of the vehicle. Officer made contact with the defendant's wife, who stated the last person operating the motor vehicle was the defendant. Upon contact with the defendant, she admitted to hitting a vehicle. HGN was attempted, but the defendant was unable to follow simple directions, and the officer was unable to get accurate results, and the defendant refused other SFSTs. DICs were read but refused, and a blood warrant was signed and executed. Officers made contact with the complainant, the owner of the hit motor vehicle, whose back bumper has been scratched and detached from the car as a result of the collision. No prior criminal history, Judge, and eligible driver's license.
How do you know it was her that was driving?
The license plate matched
So?
the one that
Yeah, I understand. Do we have anyone that puts her in the car driving?
the witness, Judge,
This actually sees it's her?
no, but the witness sees the license plate and gets a description of the vehicle, and when officers search the license plate, it went to their address.
I know it's her car, but do
Yes.
you have anyone that identifies her as a driver? Number one, they get her at the house. How do we know she's not consuming alcohol right when she gets to the house? She doesn't become DWI, or she's not drinking at the house. There's a lot of issues. Yeah,
You might give me a couple moments and we'll
Take your time.
Look at that.
you want to come back a little bit later? You want like 10 minutes?
Even less, Judge. I'm just going to check the offense report and see what I
Okay,
got.
yeah.
Five is okay. Thank you, Judge.
You've got A, you've got C, but you don't have B yet.
Yes,
you know?
Judge. No, we understand.
So I have several issues with this, Michael. First off, how do you prove it was her driving? Number one. Number two, how do we know she was DWI at the time she was driving and not she gets home and she just starts getting loaded?
Yes, Judge. I have answers to both of those questions for you.
Okay.
So the defendant driving the vehicle strikes somebody on the highway. I'll connect that later on. They find the license plate because the witnesses, I give them the license plate. They run it. The registered owner of the vehicle is the defendant. They go to her house. Her wife answers the door. Her wife states the defendant's the last person that drove the vehicle. Okay. The defendant was contacted. She admits to driving the vehicle and striking somebody on the highway.
Okay,
And she admits, I'm sorry, she first admits that she was driving and drinking, but she did not admit to striking somebody on the highway. Later on, when she gets to JPC, she admits, okay, I was drinking, but I didn't strike somebody on the highway. So she has multiple inconsistent statements. First, she says, yes, I struck somebody, but I wasn't drinking. Then she goes to JPC and then she says, right before they do the blood draw, because she declines the breath test and they say, okay, we're going to get a warrant. We're going to get your blood anyways and know your alcohol content. She says, okay, well, I was drinking, but I didn't strike somebody on the highway. And I wasn't driving.
okay.
But the witness identifies.
The failure, right, to the FSGI,
Well, she admits to drinking, Judge, while driving.
that in and of itself is not sufficient. You know, at the time, we don't know, does she have bloodshot eyes, slurred speech? Do we know? All we have is just one admission of drinking. That's it.
So one of the witnesses, Judge, that observed her strike the vehicle, because they did observe her in the vehicle after the strike, before she left. She states in a voluntary statement, older white lady in BMW, acting crazy, rear ends a Subaru, got out of the car, slurring her speech, barefoot, stating she was
That's
trying to
different.
get
You
home.
give me any indication that she
Yes, Judge.
leads you to
Yes, Judge.
just to believe that she's intoxicated, that you have objective facts, that's something else.
The written statement in the offense report, Judge, from a witness.
Counsel, did you want to state anything?
Number one, Judge.
Did you want to say anything?
No, Judge, I mean, I just agree with you. I think it's hard, again, put her behind the vehicle. They say they have a witness. The witness never really ID'd her, gave her just kind of a description, but didn't really ID and say, the officer never brought her to the scene. That's the person or anything like that.
Two different admissions, though. That's how we connect that, right? And then my other concern was whether she was intoxicated, right? Because we have a disconnect there, but we have witnesses that see her in a certain way that will lead us to believe as to why. So, all right.
She's going to dispute that she admitted.
Sure.
Judge, but still, I
This is just a mere probable cause hearing, right? Just to determine whether there's enough to go forward. It by no means does it mean that you're guilty, just enough to go forward. Is it enough to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Perhaps not. Perhaps, I don't know. Evidence will point to whose side is correct, because I wasn't there. Mr. Carrabba wasn't there. Michael wasn't there. But evidence will lead us to believe. I mean, there should be videos, dash cam, videos of you on the night in question, and all that will tell us whose side is correct. It will take a while, but in the interim, don't consume alcohol. Don't use illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Michael, do you see any prior DWIs?
Checking now, Judge.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your
Yes.
name? Okay. As long as you have both, you can continue to drive. But like I said, no alcohol, no illegal drugs.
She's got no criminal history, Judge, and her
Okay.
driver's license is currently eligible.
All right. So for now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, we will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. So don't pick up any new cases. Don't use. Stay in touch with counsel, and we're good. Give me questions. All right. We'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you get with pretrial, and then you're free to go after that.
Can I
Thank you,
say
Judge.
one thing? I like your jacket.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
You are a licensed truck driver and have a CDL. You allegedly have alcohol in the car. You are held to a higher standard because you have a CDL. In fact, your breath tests are even lower than what a normal person is because of a CDL. And now you want me to just cut you some slack? Every person that comes in here, when they have alcohol in the car, I take away their ability to drive. Actions have consequences, and I understand that this is going to cost you big, but am I supposed to feel bad? Until I truly know that you appreciate the fact that the awesome privilege it is to be able to drive. I'm sorry. Show me that you understand and that you appreciate the ability to drive, and then I'll reconsider. But I have a real problem considering even that you have a CDL, you have alcohol in the car allegedly while you're driving. No. Take a seat for me. Show me some time that he appreciates it and not this, oh, I feel better now. I'm like, no. Proactivity, that he appreciates it. Come back and we can talk.
Yes, sir.
It's not a hard line, and I'm not, we're not out for blood forever. It's just, I want to know that he appreciates it. It's not going to be an issue ever again. And then,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Thank you, Judge.
for sure.
All right, Judge.
All right. Good morning. Are you familiar with what happened? Do you know anything about this case? First off, let me say thank you for coming. I appreciate that you're here. He's charged with driving while intoxicated. He's facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We've done probable cause. I have found that probable cause exists. Do you want to hear it? Okay. Do you mind again, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thanks.
On October 21st of 2024, at about 11:23 p.m., officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it to be traveling 35 miles per hour in the center lane of a freeway in Harris County, Texas, failed to maintain a single lane of traffic upon exiting the freeway, and driving with expired registration. Upon contact, officers observed the defendant to be the driver of the vehicle. Officers observed a very strong odor of marijuana to be coming from the vehicle and saw a partially smoked marijuana joint on the center console. Officers observed the defendant to have red glossy eyes and dilated pupils. SFSTs were conducted, 0 out of 6 HGN, but officer believed the defendant to show a lack of convergence, which is indicative of cannabis usage, 5 out of 8 walk and turn, and 2 out of 4 one left stand. DICs were read and the defendant consented to breath and blood. The breath was 0.00 and blood was drawn. The defendant does not have a driver's license.
That's what's happened. No more marijuana. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You're to come right back. If you fail to go take the test, if you fail to come back, I will revoke your bond. You do not have a Texas driver license. You are not allowed to drive. I am also making that a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Sir.
You are 17 years old. You have your life ahead of you. You are doing nothing at this point when you should be, at a minimum, in high school trying to get your degree. I'm now also making that a condition of your bond. You are to get back into high school or get your GED. And I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to start that. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well. Do you understand, Mr. Cuellar?
Yes, sir.
He lives with you.
He actually does. He actually lives with me now, but he just got here like 2 weeks, like maybe a couple weeks ago. So he's been living with his grandparents out of Victoria.
Okay.
This moment hits differently. The judge drops the tough guy courtroom voice and switches into something closer to a last chance intervention. Jail isn't the goal here. Control and direction. Our education becomes a condition of freedom. It's harsh, but also deliberate. Is this accountability or the system trying to save someone before it's too late?
Is he behaving with you? Okay.
The whole point has been kind of like a problem with him living down there. So that's why I got him to try to get him.
Has he been having a lot of issues down there?
Not that I know of. I don't know of the issues down there. I'm just becoming aware. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of like connected and trying to make everything right now.
This is not a good way to start through your life. You look high as hell right now, Mr. Cuellar. I mean, I want you to start working on your education, and I'm going to keep you extremely close to me. I'm going to make sure that you do not pick up any new cases, and the system is not going to fail you here. Do you understand? If I have to keep putting you in jail to make sure to get you to understand, we're going to do that. But you will leave here a success. You're not going to leave here worse off than you came. Do you understand? Okay. Would you like me to appoint him a lawyer? Okay, I'm going to appoint him a lawyer, but I'm going to send him for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, he's going to test positive for. And we'll have him come right back, and then I'll momentarily have him talk to a lawyer as well, and then we'll discuss the bond conditions as well. If you have any issues with him, just let me know, and then I'll take care of it for you. All you got to tell me is what's going on. He starts acting a fool, tell me, and I'll straighten everything out for you. Okay? Before you leave, I'll give you my card as well, so that you can get in contact with us. All right? Okay. Mr. Cuellar, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
17.
Okay. You've heard every other 17-year-old what I've said to them here.
Sir.
It applies to you as well. This system will not fail you, and we want to make you leave better than you came here. So you will be expected to fulfill conditions that we put on, and if you don't, we have one place for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The dope stops today. I will test you 40 days from today. Police, he just tested positive for marijuana or anything else? Where?
Alcohol as well.
Now I'm putting a monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol.
I don't drink. I just took a shot for my friend's birthday.
Hey, no alcohol.
I don't even like drinking.
Okay. No alcohol. Do you understand? If I find that you're consuming alcohol, if I find that you're consuming illegal drugs, you smoke marijuana, I will put you in jail. I will test you 40 days from today. And I'm not going to take excuses that I was in a car, everybody else was smoking, I went to a party, I don't care. If you put yourself into that situation, only one thing's going to happen. Stay away from it, not while this case is over with, until this case is over with. I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you've done to either get back into high school or start working on your GED. That means enrollment. And I will give you a list of places here before you leave so you know where to go to start looking into, to start calling around to get your GED. If you fail to do that, it's not going to go well here. Do you understand?
Sir.
Look on the TV. That's John. He's been appointed to represent you. That is your lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, if you pick up a new case, you start acting a fool in the free world, I will take the free world away from you in a second. All I want you to do is not act like a child. You act like a child, I'll put you over my knee and I'll spank you like a child, but I'll do it with a ton of jail time. Do you understand? The day of you being a child is over. You are now an adult and you will be treated like an adult. If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. All I want you to do is leave better than you came here, and I'll do everything in my power to make it happen.
Sir.
Okay. Can you print me out that list for him, please?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to have you sign a receipt of Victoria. You'll meet with Fleischer for all your conditions, and then you're off on your way. We'll roll your court costs so you won't pay.
Judge, is the reset on the 22nd?
Say it again?
The reset 2 weeks on the 22nd?
Yes, no, 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today.
Okay, that's,
How's December 2nd, just because that's a holiday?
December 2nd-ish.
December 2nd-ish is perfect. Second.
All right, it's yours.
Required for GED.
Required, yeah. You're going to get tested. Do you understand? Okay.
Mr. Diego, the courts is going to give you some information with my office.
Hold on, John. He's talking to. Okay, go for it, John.
Diego, the courts should give you some information with my office number. When you leave court, call that number immediately.
Sir.
I'll get your information, or if the courts give it to me, and I'll reach out to you. I just don't want you to have to say it, while we're talking on Zoom. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll talk to you soon then. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, John.
Good weekend.
So do you know who got Lamb? John?
John got
Lamb, yeah. I wonder why I never approached on the bond. Oriana Guevara Aponte.
¿Es usted? Sí, señor.
Ma'am, you were charged with theft.
La cosa con hurto, robo,
You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
de $2,000.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Hacer silencio.
Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present.
Abogado presente.
If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Officers were dispatched to a Walmart in Harris County, Texas, in response to a death.
Está un hurto, robo.
The loss prevention officer told officers that the defendant placed numerous items into Walmart shopping bags that were already in her cart.
Y ya estaban en su carrito.
The defendant continued to place additional items into the bags, including a blanket and plug and cents.
Y unos aerosoles.
The defendant then walked past all points of sale without paying for the
Puntos de
items.
venta sin pagar por los artículos.
No prior criminal
Ningún
history, Judge.
antecedente penal previo. ¿Cuál es el valor?
The DIMS don't say, I'm checking to see if the offense report is up.
Great to see you. Look,
We do have some discovery and I'm just seeing if one of them is the office.
I need a value.
I know. Okay, yes, $218.52.
Ms. Guerrero, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso.
Con permiso.
With permission.
I don't know whether you do or not. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. The only thing I will tell you is that if you are not, or if there's any problem with your paperwork and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration and sit there for another 6 to 9 months. If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that we put forth on you now and do not pick up a new case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart for any reason whatsoever. Do you understand?
Entendido. Sí, señor. Yes, sir.
If I find that you go to Walmart, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Now, you have an attorney. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Garcia. She will tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you, likewise, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. We will have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Heed this warning, man. You will not get another one.
Esa advertencia no va a tener otra.
Please. Thank
Hacia la
you.
izquierda. My competition.
Fight. Fight. Fight.
Judge, the next better speaker is page 6, Jay Alvarado.
Helen Tofila de Alvarado Mejia. You are Helen de Alvarado Mejia.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officers were dispatched to a J.C. Penney in Harris County, Texas in response to a theft. The loss prevention officer told officers that he observed the defendant take various items and walk past all points of sales without paying. The officer observed this on the store surveillance. The total cost of the stolen items was $178, and the items included a smartwatch and skin products. The co-defendant in the case was arrested for possession of a controlled substance out of the same transaction, and she's up in felony courts, and this defendant has no prior criminal history.
Did the other person have a theft case as well? Do you know? Or just a PCS? Because if they also charged the co-defendant with theft, we need to know what the cause number is, because it may
It
transfer.
was just a PCS, Judge.
That's it? Okay. Mr. Alvarado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? What happens if you go to jail, man?
Pues no quiere ir a la cárcel.
Well, I don't want to go to jail.
I know,
Just say.
that's not my question.
Eso no fue mi problema.
What happens if you go to jail? I want you to think and I want you to realize the consequence of behavior. So tell me, what happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué pasa si se va a cárcel?
No, pues. Mis hijas deberían apoyo.
But my daughters would
Mi familia.
be without support, my family.
You're not in this country with permission.
No están en país.
So if you go to jail and immigration finds you, there will put a detainer on you. And you're going to be in there for about 6 to 9 months. That's what you have waiting for you if you go to jail. Anything more than 4 hours, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. I'm going to put conditions on you now. If you violate these conditions, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
The relationship is the co-defendant to this person. Do you know?
It doesn't seem to.
Okay. I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to go back to JCPenney.
Regresar a JCPenney.
If you violate these conditions, likewise, you know what's going to happen. You will not get any more warnings from us.
So no contact with the co-defendant
Yeah,
or
or going to the JCPenney.
any other.
Yeah, any JCPenney. Tell me, ma'am, what do you do for a living?
Trabajo en remodelación.
I work in remodeling.
Do you have a steady income?
¿Tiene ingresos estables?
No.
No.
Apply for an appointed lawyer.
¿Quiere aplicar por un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, we'll give you an application.
¿Alguna aplicación?
I need you to fill it out. I need to know everything about you. Do not just leave everything blank. I will send it right back to you. I need to know numbers. I need to know how much money you have coming in a month. I need to know how much money you spend. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while you do that. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Otherwise, I'll issue one for your arrest as well. And then
De otra manera,
we'll take a look at the application here shortly. Please, yeah. Anytime someone's not monitored, yeah, please.